420 boys in the hizzle, faux shizzle. My boy got a zizzip of that cookie.
Come on, somebody.
For the low. We're gonna be doing the Extreme Retro Review for ECW. October 15th, 1996. For Extreme Retro Review number 225.
Yeah, champ.
Another milestone edition is upon us. And upon the 276 Legion of Street Smarks. I see you.
What's up, y'all?
I see you.
I wish I had some good news for y'all.
We already had Name Game Showdown where I vanquished my foe, and your boy is now the Name Game champion, and also once again the majority holder of the Street Smart Audio Triple Crown.
I could never lose the pay-per-view predictions championship.
And you never will.
That is a shoot. The pay-per-view predictions is a shoot. I am the champion legit, and I'm going to stay the champion legit, and I am going to be the first person to unite the Street Smart Audio Triple Crown. And I will be the person who is going to recreate the multiverse in my image, a multiverse that will not include the fucking so-called living legend, Terry Funk. That is why this is so important to me, and that is why I'm so pissed off once again. See, I had calmed down for a little bit for losing the championship. Because I was pissed. I almost threw my headphones out of undisclosed location Alpha's window, straight to the street. But I was like, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna calm down. And I said fuck y'all last show and shit, and I kind of felt better after I said that. Now I'm all hyped up again and shit. If you think you're gonna unite the Triple Crown first, you're out of your goddamn mind, because that is not gonna happen on my watch. Over my cold, dead, lifeless body, Hwoud, I'll be sitting here slumped over in this chair before I sit here and watch you unite the Triple Crown before me. Not gonna happen.
54 minutes and 55 seconds. For those who have the coveted, illustrious, and highly elusive tape trader edition of hardcore television. For those who watch this via the WWE network, my partner in crime will now give you his thoughts and views, as well as the time from the WWE network.
I'm still trying to catch my breath here and shit. The time for the show was 46 minutes and 15 seconds. And this show should come with a parental advisory warning and shit, because no one warned me that this was going to be the fucking horror edition and shit. I guess it makes sense because it was in the middle of October and shit. But this was going to be the horror edition of fucking ECW and shit. Fuck, did you see Peaches? Did you see fucking Peaches? It scared the shit out of me. And they should have warned a motherfucker about that.
My wife had to travel to Greece to get an elixir to bring back to me, to turn me back from stone after watching the wretchedness that was Peaches on this episode of Hardcore Television.
Yeah, it's not too many shows I regret reviewing, but this is one of them.
We start off with last week, Tommy getting killed by primetime Brian Lee again. They show the finish of the Stipomania tag match, The Loser's Nightmare, with Hack's title win. And I must tell you, if you thought his title win holding up both belts was sweet, this title win right here makes him fucking iconic.
Really? Did you see Peaches?
You are now
Like a ghoulish fiend.
Bruce.
We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper.
Fuck.
Really?
You didn't feel that?
I mean, I was happy for him and shit, but I think the first one was way more iconic. Excuse me. Then, first of all, he didn't even beat the champion. He beat Stevie Richards and shit in a tag match.
So we come back with Joey at the Nest recapping 3-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion Sandman. I guess we're not counting his Eastern Championship, Heavyweight Championship win.
Eastern, what's that?
He's in Boston at a press conference. Extreme Championship Wrestling had their Massachusetts debut with 2 sellouts, and we'll hear from Sandman later. Meanwhile, in the basement is Peaches
Oh no, hide your kids, everyone.
for a quote-unquote back and forth interview with Joey. I have no clue what Joey asked, but Peaches didn't answer. Then Joey asked about the Sandman, and then Peaches rambles about whenever Hack is being having a good time and having a high point in his life, she'll always be there to bring him back down.
Yeah, I believe it.
Sandman! Joey then updates Peaches about Raven. Peaches, still awful, talks about Raven leaving the United States and taking Tyler with him so Sandman can be denied of his personal nirvana. Again. Gotcha! This bitch is awful. H-Dub, your take.
Oh man, I don't know what I can say outside of my opening spiel, but it purely frightens. Bitch kept rubbing her arms and shit like she was a junkie and shit. Like it was just.
This bitch has not a track in sight on her. Rubbing her arm, alluding that she's a heroin addict.
Right, and that's what made it odd too, because I looked right at her arms and her face looks ghoulish as shit, but I will say she has some very smooth arms. So I get.
We have another Raven t-shirt spot. We got the following quotes. If God didn't exist, it would be necessary for man to invent one, by Voltaire. How sharper than a serpent's tooth, an ungrateful child, by Shakespeare. Into this house we're born, into this house we're thrown, Jim Morrison. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Raven. Who cares? Moving on. We have another bumper for October 18th, moving on. Back with Joey at the Nest, and he notes that once he heard Raven bounce with Tyler out the United States, Sandman left the press conference in Boston. LOL Joey with the solemn voiceover as he talks about Sandman being a 3-time champ. Again, we're not counting the Eastern heavyweight title reign. And he should be happy. He then switches to Tommy Dreamer, who got chokeslammed through 4 tables. LOL. And that action sets up the first ever high incident matchup between Brian Lee and Tommy Dreamer. It's going to be a scaffold match, and below them is going to be a ring filled with triple stack tables.
Oh man.
HW, your thoughts of the high incident scaffold match?
Oh my goodness. It sounds like a terrible idea waiting to happen. And that's probably the first Tommy Dreamer match I've been excited about ever. Clearly, he's going to be the one going through the tables. I haven't seen it, but spoiler alert, if would be my prediction, and I can't wait to see it because he done went through 1,000 tables already and shit, and they only getting taller and taller. When do they get to five tables high?
We have a hardcore hotline shill moving on. We have a Hype Central bumper spot. October 19th is at Bensalem, Pennsylvania. And it's their debut at Boomerang with a towel bit. We have a replay of the submission match between Taz and Johnny Smith. They show Taz jumping the rail at Monday Night Raw from the other night. Moving on. We have another spot for October 18th and October 19th. Moving on. We have an Eliminators promo with a Doc and Gordy hype package to boot. Hyping their match October 26th. High Incident. Coming soon. Moving on. We have a replay of the squash Eliminators versus the Dweebs at Stipomania. Moving on. We have another Raven t-shirt spot. Move the fuck on. We have a hardcore cafe t-shirt spot with Stevie and Meanie cosplaying as the Public Enemy. This is awful. This is awful. Move on. This is awful. This is awful. We have an October 26th bumper highlighting the full card, set to a song that I could not Shazam. So you know who I hit up.
Pennsylvania's own Mad Jack Slater.
You know I hit up the mad one. You know I hit him up on Messenger. Said, yo, Jack, brother man, you came through the other day to see the Tool concert, but I need you to watch the October 15th, 1996 show and tell me what song this is. Because, you know, you're one of those fucking fans who like the fucking rock shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't watch the show.
Wait. You mean to tell me Mad Jack Slater didn't watch the show? I am shocked at this information.
We come back to a vignette of Pitbull #1, a.k.a. Gary.
Nigga Gary.
Getting his neck broke. So that sets up the grudge match between Shane and Pitbull #2, a.k.a. Anthony. But first, Joe Gertner presents another Hype Central spot highlighting October 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, and a record label shout out for the copywritten music. Joe Gertner then buries Joey Styles for being one of those geeks who stand in front of the mirror. They do the replay of the match from Stipomania and end with the classic post-match angle. Shane throttling Gary by the halo and powdering out the ring.
It gets funnier and funnier every time I see it.
Overall, I say it again, Shane Douglas is the heel of the year.
And good job to Gary and shit for going down like a motherfucking carton of pudding and shit. That was good shit, Gary.
Otherwise, clip show, skip show. Next week, go home show. For High Incident, it's the October 22nd, 1996 show. Until then, we out. Peace.
Peace.